Patriots, how you guys doing? Welcome to another edition of your guest, the Joel Davis Media Network. If it's your first time tuning into the broadcast, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell up top. Please like and share. Please like and share. So y'all know usually on Fridays I do not go live. You know what I'm saying? I usually take time off. But the verdict just came in almost an hour ago about Donald J. Trump. If you're been like a little under a car or under a bridge or wherever you've been at, it has been officially stated that they found Trump guilty on all 34 counts. Now, this is really insane because this is the first time ever in the history of politics that we have ever seen a president. I mean, a president that is as an acting president or former president get convicted for a bullshit ass trial like this. Now, the reason why we saying it's a bullshit trial is because this was a hush money case. Now, if you don't know what the hush money case means, I'm about to give you a rehash. This trial was about business practices that has been going on in New York with Donald J. Trump. They wanted to say that he fraudulently gave this woman that he allegedly messed with back in '06, glorified porn star Stormy Daniels. And while doing so, they tried to say that he had what's my man's name? The jackass Michael Cohen in cahoots at this. Now, Michael Cohen was a star witness for the prosecution. We talked about how Michael Cohen's story just was not right. It kept changing. There was holes found in everything he said. But you got to remember, we are in, this was nice to see you too, Amanda. This was politically based, and you got to remember this is a deep blue city that this trial was in. Okay, and when I say this, I'm being real. New York. Now, right now, we got two DAs in New York that are building their careers as being, I call them black tokens for the Democratic Party. And that is Letitia James and Alvin Bragg. Because both of these DAs are not no superstars, okay? Because their case really was shaky at best. But we'll let that ride. Now, since Trump has been found guilty on all these charges, they said that he was looking at 135 years in prison max. But it's already been said so far that he's probably not going to go to prison. Reason being is because that would be very extreme, but it's very unlikely. Now, don't hold me this. I'm not a professional. I'm not seeing into the future. We already know. We already said that he wasn't supposed to get convicted in this case because it was shaky at best. But at the end of the day, you never know when it comes to the powers that be that is trying to stop American democracy. Now, the craziest thing of this is is that he could still be told that he has to be on probation, and that probation could mean he could be on house arrest and cannot leave his Mar-a-Lago uh, estate. Now that means that he would have to campaign via the internet or have gatherings near Mar-a-Lago to promote the campaign to make America great again. Now, will with all this being said, everybody's wondering, is this going to stop Trump from possibly getting elected? I'm just gonna be on and go out on a limb on this, and I'm gonna say that this basically propelled Trump as being a hero among everyday Americans. Because think about it. This is the story of the underdog. This is a man that's been persecuted. This is a man that has been dogged out. This is a man that has been doing everything he can to fight for the country. And they're getting him on stuff that people have been doing for years. I mean, come on, we talking about paying for hush money. We should be having Clinton should be the first one being convicted. Clinton should be the first one being convicted. I mean, he had a broad that he was banging before he got in the presidency behind Hillary Clinton's back. And she was going to tell all. And he paid her money. He paid that woman 800 grand. Ain't nobody talked about that. And before I proceed more into this, I want to give a shout out to Craig Long 45, also Brandon Tatum, the real Brent on the Officer Tatum gang, and not to mention too ABL and them, and Jericho Green. I was invited to go to Blexit. Unfortunately, I can't make it because of my scheduling at work. But I want to say it's an honor to get invited to Blexit. You don't know what Blexit is? It is basically Black Americans who are leaving the Democratic Party or have encouraged people to stop being on the Democratic Party and to start being conservative and support the conservative movement. Not just being Republican, but thinking conservatively and independently. So, well, with that being said, I want to tell everyone that is some of the good news I got today. I wish I could go. Unfortunately, my job is very demanding what I do, but I appreciate and I will be watching and I will be sharing any of the Blexit information that I get down the pipeline in events. Uh, Claude, I wish I could, bro, but I gotta look at my job constraints, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just they just brought it to my attention. I was shocked that I even got invited because I've always wanted to go, but the problem is the way my job is set up, I can't just take off like that. I have to tell them way in advance, and they already got my scheduling out damn near halfway into June. So, with that being stated, I am honored. I really am. To be a influencer and to have your peers to look at you enough to say, "Hey, we want you to go to Blexit." I mean, as a Black conservative, that makes me feel honored because that lets me know that my content has really provided a difference for a lot of American people, not just Black Americans, but all all races of Americans. So I'm pretty honored. And so yeah, man, I didn't go this time, but they got another one next year. I will. I definitely will. I will be down. I hope that everybody um know that I am honored. So getting back to Trump situation, uh, even though he's a convicted felon, he can still run. That's what no one's not understanding. Now, let's talk about his other case that's remaining. Now we got to worry about the cases in Georgia about election where they try to say he tried to interfere with the election. Let's see what that one says. I'm trying to look, y'all. Okay, so the Rico County case. All right, so right now, this is where we at with the Rico. So the Rico case of they trying to get him in Georgia, that's right now is not been determined when it's gonna go down because right now, Fani, aka Fannie, Big Fannie Willis, the one that was banging her special prosecutor, for months, is now looking at a possibility that she may be thrown off this case because she's now got to go in front of the Georgia Assembly to prove what she's been doing with that money. And then we got to also talk about Cannon, Judge Cannon, talking about this other case where he's got 37 felony charges based upon in Florida about these classified documents that they said he had, which he had said was declassified and had the proof to show it. But I digress. They try to say he improperly installed, they say he was improper retention. But we had Grandpa, aka Biden, had these same documents, okay, and he had him all on his Corvette on the ground, all that mess, and nothing was even said or even mentioned. So right now, we're looking at that. So give me 1 second, guys. I just got something came across. Hold on. I had to check something out. So yeah, it's being reported all over that all this that the Democrats are doing to stop Trump from running for president is not going to help their case. He could actually be put in prison and still run the country. In all these cases, let's say all these cases that they got against him, he's found guilty on every one of them. All the counts, everything they're trying to accomplish. He could still get inaugurated and run the country. That's just what it is. Not to mention, he has Secret Service protection for the rest of his life. So imagine how that's going to be if you're president, you're in jail, and you got Secret Service to protect you. I mean, it just he would have to be in a special type of prison situation. So at the end of the day, this is just annoying. I mean, this was a waste of taxpayer dollars. I mean, you still ain't all the Democrats done in this case is just handed more fuel to Trump's fire to continue to get the country in his corner. This has not done anything to slow him down. And I think that's what's pissing him off the most because he's right now a wild card because people still want him in to run the country. People do not want the jury. Biden. They seen what Biden has done. They're to the point now they're sick. They're disgusted. They're like, listen, why should I settle for someone who is like 2 steps from death? Okay? A man who doesn't know half of the time where he's at and always lying. Always lying every chance he get. He done said that he was a pillar in the civil rights movement. That was a lie. He said that he was one of the freedom fighters that fought for equality. That's a lie. He has lied about he was one of the first pioneers of seeing the LGBTQ plus movement come alive and in front of his eyes as young as he was 12 or 13 in front of his daddy in the 1950s. That's a lie. Like, this dude always lying. You know, I'm just saying he's always lying, bro. It's sad but true. Yeah, I'm right here, honey. You need to get here. Yeah, you can go ahead. I'm sorry, my wife is. My wife told everybody, hey. She was like, I know you not streaming today. I said, baby, I got to tell these people what the hell going on. I said, we didn't know this was going to happen today, that this verdict was going to happen. Listen, y'all, I thought that verdict was not going to come down really until Saturday. And I thought I would have to talk about it whenever, oh yeah, April. Amanda said, hey, beautiful. Amanda, my follower, Amanda Thomas, she said, hey, she said, hey. So we got the chat comments open. I want to hear from you guys, and I'm gonna address all y'all comments of what your opinion is right now about the Trump situation. Cause I'm going to address this. I know y'all can't do no special, give me no money or monetize or whatever. I will tell my wife what you said, Claude, about me and Blessed. Claude said that he wish I could go because he would run a donation for us to go to Blessed out there in Detroit. Cause that's where they having it at. This next month in June. But I told him I'm not gonna be able to do it because my schedule's already been made out at my job, and I ain't no way I'm gonna get nobody to cover that weekend. It's actually on Father's Day weekend, so yeah, it ain't gonna work. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna. Yeah, nobody's not gonna. Yeah, not where I work at. They ain't happening. Not Father's Day weekend, but I am honored. I got invited to Blexit, but that was nice. Yeah, it was. It was. My wife and me both honored, and everything. And shout out, man, to me. This is, like I said, my 4th year in the conservative movement, and never thought that I have the likes of Brandon Tatum and all these guys still thinking of me. You know, even though I was on their channels and they were on my channels almost 2 years ago when I was not even cracking 5,000 followers. So this is a blessing, man. You know what I mean? All right. Someone says, CeeLo, why do you think they are bringing in all the illegals? Well, we already know why they're bringing in all the illegals. I mean, there was trying to get that law passed to where the illegals can vote for for the next election. But the problem with that is a lot of these states are striking that down. They're like, no, we don't want no illegal voting for our city and our country. And that's just facts. People don't want that. People are not trying to hear that. So right now, they're like, bump all that. Now, y'all, I'm about to do some merch for Trump. I will put that out there soon. On the community tab, I'm gonna try to design some merch as soon as some. I'm gonna try to do it this weekend. I will design some fire merch. I want you guys to definitely please support me on the merch when I design it in reference of Trump, because I feel like that this is going to be some fire merch, and we could possibly get a movement going about President J. Trump. So please support it. I know that right now people are on financial dire stripes, but hey, you know, let's try to keep the movement alive. Let's try to do what we can do. Let's see what we're looking at here. Yeah, free my boy Trump. I'm gonna look at some of these comments so I can see what a lot of people are saying here. All right, I'm gonna read this one where they said Byron Donald for president. Yeah, I would love for Byron Donald to be president. I think Byron Donald is a true up and coming young political figure in the conservative movement. A lot of people don't like him. A lot of woke black folks don't like Byron Donald because Byron Donald doesn't kiss ass. But then again, a lot of woke black folks do not like the future lieutenant the future governor, who's currently the lieutenant governor of North Carolina, because of the values that they speak on. But these guys, I tell you what these black guys remind me of. Him, Byron Donald, and the guy from North Carolina, I forgot his name. Put his name in the chat below. The lieutenant governor for North Carolina that's running for governor, because I don't forgot his name, and I'm bad at names lately. Please, I apologize. These guys remind me of the old school black preachers that used to come to my Pentecostal church that was about that life, okay? They were about making sure that people understand that you got to walk and talk by the faith. Like, they weren't no pretenders. They didn't have no scandals. They wasn't out here preaching 1 minute and bending a girl over the next. They ain't had none of that in their life. They were family men. They were married. They had grandchildren or they had children, and they stood on business. When you saw them, they lived the word they is. And you're right, Byron Donald is too inexperienced right now. But what I'm saying is the way he carries himself, along with the other gentleman that is running for governor of North Carolina, they will be very instrumental in leading the country in the future. Mark Robinson, that's his name. Yeah, Mark Robinson. That dude is amazing. This is the type of men we need. And I'm not saying that because they're black conservatives, because I know somebody might come around and try to play that card with me. No, I look at character. I look at people that's going to stand on business. I tell you another person that I like that stands on business. I like Rand Paul. Rand Paul stands on business. I mean, I like Ted Cruz, but Ted Cruz, you got to watch Ted Cruz. Because, see, Ted Cruz sometimes get a little shaky. You know, he gets a little nervous and he starts showing a little weakness. But Rand Paul don't. And I see Rand Paul, every time I see Rand Paul, he's about, no, I'm standing up for what's right. I don't care how many donors I lose, how many people say I suck, I'm standing on business. And that's the type of politicians we need. We need people to stand on business. And right now, the Republican Party needs to stay united. This is the time now that everybody needs to stay united. Yes, I'm talking to the rhinos too. I understand that you want to play and hold the Democratic Party's hand, but this is not the time to hold their hand and kiss in the dark. This is the time now you got to stand on what you believe in. If you say you're part of the Republican Party and the new wave of the MAGA movement, because that's what the Republican Party is heading into, you need to stand on business. If you can't do it, you need to go ahead on, get your resignations prepared, and either be a Democrat lover or independence or something of that nature. I mean, that's just where we at. Because right now, we got to stick together. Because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to see if we're going to fray or we going to turn. And let me tell y'all something. You're going to start seeing a lot of conservatives become never Trumpers because of this. You're going to hear a lot of people who said that they want democracy for this country start to play the I ain't giving up on Trump game. But I'm letting y'all know to hear right now, I'm not giving up on this man. I have faith in this man. And let me tell you something. The way this man is prosecuted is like a story in the Bible. You know what they say? When you get prosecuted the most, everybody is down, trying to see that you get kicked down. All of a sudden, you always see that person rise like the phoenix. We done seen Trump rise like the phoenix. Who would have ever thought that Trump would have had a rally in Brooklyn, New York, and 25,000 people came out for support? Now, the jurors that they selected, we already knew that these jurors they selected were people that they were making sure that were never Trumpers. Because, I mean, listen to most of the jury that they talked about. I mean, yeah, we try to be optimistic. They said they was non-biased, but these people are never Trumpers. These people are the type of people that are going to go by the media in a heartbeat. These are regular normies. I mean, and they probably even thought about some of the media coverage that was presented to them, even in front of their own face in the case, and probably like, yeah, that sounds bad to me. So yeah, I mean, they believe Michael Cohen, the greatest liar of all time. Michael Cohen needs to be an actor. He need to go ahead on to Hollywood and put on his and start doing him some screen callings, because that dude is a great fucking actor. I ain't never seen a man that can act that good to convince a whole courtroom that he's telling the truth for the prosecution and has been caught in more lies than you catching shrimp in a net when it comes to stripping boat season between the late mid spring and early summer. You can't make this shit up. If you ever been on a stripping boat and you see how they catch them shrimp in that net, that's just how his lives was. You catch it in that net, they don't hardly go nowhere. And that's where it is with him. He done been caught up in some lies. But they believed it, so that's where we at. So anyway, guys, this is all I got for tonight. If you want to donate to the movement, please donate to Joshua Joel Davis. I mean, the real Joshua Joel Davis. Yeah, the real Joel Davis. Yeah. Let me go check that Cash App again. Make sure I'm right. Hold on. Joel Davis. Go in technical difficulties. Yeah. Select the real Joel Davis. Any donation will help. Going right back into this right here. So I'm about to go ahead on here in this live. I gotta do my recording for Instagram right quick. Talk to them. Put my stuff out there about my thoughts on the Trump case, and I will probably return back to the fold Saturday night. We'll be going on the crime spree. We got to talk about these crimes in the U.S. We ain't been touching base on those in a while. And it will be on Rumble. All my major lives will be on Rumble. I will give you the link. I will have my live set up on here, and I will have the link posted. And all you got to do is click on that link and head right over there. That is how we're doing it. And I have to do it this way because I'm just not fucking with YouTube when it comes to big lives. We're gonna try to do this between 9 and 9:30, but it's gonna be based upon how tired I am and what I got going on. Cause buddy, I've been real tired lately with this job, cause this job been working me like a runaway slave in this motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. It is what it is, you know? But um it's all good. I'm gonna try to do my diligence to give y'all a good live and make sure y'all get the facts. I love you guys. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Please keep the likes up on the channel. Again, if you want to donate, you can hit my cash out, the real Joel Davis. All right, that's my cash out, and you'll see me with my Trump hat on. I love you guys. Take care of yourself and each other. Fuck YouTube. I'm out.